As we just stated, equivalent fractions have the same number or value. We are going to begin by looking at some examples that will help us understand how different fractions can have the same value or name the same amount. Before we begin, I would like for us to review some vocabulary. Who can remember what our denominator tells us? Very good. The denominator always reminds us how many equal parts the item or whole is divided into. What about the numerator? Yes, the numerator tells us how many parts we have. We'll start with some examples. Here's the first one. Let's count how many parts of the whole we have. 1, 2. There are 2 equal parts of the whole, so we know that 2 is our denominator. If I take one part away, how many are left? 1. Very good, so we know that 1 is our numerator, leaving us only with 1/2. Looking at our next example, let's count to see how many parts of the whole we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 parts of the whole, so we know that 4 is our denominator. If I take 2 parts away, how many parts are left? 1, 2. We know that 2 is our numerator, leaving us only with 2/4. Looking at our last example, let's look to see how many parts of the whole we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 equal parts of the whole, so we know that 6 is our denominator. If I take 3 parts away, how many parts are left? 3. Very good. So we know that 3 is our numerator, leaving us only with 3/6. When we look at these 3 circles, we can see that there are 3 different fractions written under them. But does anybody notice anything that is the same about them? Yes. There is the same amount of each circle left. Very good. Even though each circle is divided into a different number of parts and has a different fraction that is left, it is still the same amount. We call these equivalent fractions. An easy way to make more equivalent fractions is to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So in looking at these fractions, we know that 1/2 is equal to 2/4, which is equal to 3/6.